Hello everybody, welcome to a side quest rewards totals video. Yes, and that's what we're going to look at. Look, previous month we didn't really have like a substantial new difficulty of things, which had, we were kind of hoping for that elder difficulty side quest. So this will be relevant for me to come back to. Last month's totals had a good chunk of 3-star relic stuff and also rank up resources for that. And also, this is important because we're going to be seeing like some totals and rewards bump up. It has increased. But something that I'm really trying to find out is that whether or not we could do all difficulties, because those that are Thronebreaker and Paragon really going to take home a huge amount of rewards. Cavalier, debatable. There are some stuff that's better, especially because you'll have access to threat level 4. But hey, threat level 5 does give some great stuff and kind of stacks into the volume of rewards. But also the objectives, because the objectives are kind of like added to this whole scheme of things as to your relic side of things. Objectives seem to you out relic based items, but as well, if you are able to do all the difficulties at a lower level, you're able to get mojo choice shards, which then again add into the higher volume of stuff that you can take home and kind of like do stuff with, because well, you'll be able to get, I think it's 20 when I worked out mojo choice shards, but we'll have a look at the totals in a second. And I've broken things down in a different way. I've seen in the past few months of doing this, like, better way, people were saying, suggesting better ways to kind of like break things down. I will be looking to doing that in the future. I didn't have a lot of time to kind of make this video because it does take hours to kind of like make sure these totals are correct, but I will try and do something close to infographics kind of on the spreadsheet, but it just takes, everything just takes time. Time is definitely a commodity I do not have as much as I used to for this stuff, but I do the best I can, as well as everyone does on a daily basis. But we need to go over the rewards. Now, there is a good amount of stuff that's on offer, whether or not you are doing the Thronebreaker level stuff. And this is the problem, that if you are basically, if we've got this to be true, then if you're Paragon and Thronebreaker, you can do all threat levels and all objectives. Now, I don't know if this is a case that will be similar to this month. I say this month, what I mean to say is the previous update, so the Scrapyard. And why that's relevant is that you were able to do more than your progression levels objective. So for me, I was able to do, I think was it Conqueror level? The one that was epic level, or it was a different one of the two. One was missing. But well, the point I'm trying to get to is that if you're able to do all the objectives, because it's not categorically reading as if it's stipulated you have to do your threat level and your objective progression level. So Thronebreakers do Thronebreakers, they don't do anything lower. Paragons do no, well, there's no Paragon objective, but I think you get the idea, is like Cav do Cav, Conqueror do Conqueror, Uncollected do Uncollected, and the threat level that's associated with it. So as I said, we need to get that kind of information. So I'm going off of, you can do everything, you can get everything, you can grind everything. Because yeah, I mean, how I read this here, it just doesn't say that you have to do the progression. You are 4 weekly side quests, 1 released each week, 2 paths each, 1 energy, 5 difficulties including new Thronebreaker difficulty, rewards, rework to scale Thronebreaker progression, collect mojos, choice, etc. Log in, open, complete 2 sets of set objectives for additional rewards. Doesn't, to me, looks like it's tied to anything, but it could be. By the way, I didn't mention in the video previously yesterday, Lunar New Year event. I'm probably gonna do a separate video on that one, but in any case, let's get to the rewards breakdown. So to save time, we're going to go to the rewards breakdown in a minute, but just to save time for those that are just kind of curious and just want to find out like what you get, is a little snapshot. I will in future videos like this each and every month try to kind of do something similar. It's just time trying to get all this and kind of like make stuff like this it's just going to take a lot of time. But in any case, 29,500 6-star shards, so nearly 30,000 6-star shards. Very handy. If that is indeed the case, you can do all difficulties. I need to make that point very clear because I'm sure that people will pick up on that if Kabam say, no, you can only do your progression. So if it's a case it's different, I would say this is fair. This keeps up with current meta. 1 full tier 5 CC, I need to change that whilst get the, not RT, T5 CC, there you go, and a 50% selector. And do bear in mind, this is Thronebreaker and upwards rewards. So if you're Thronebreaker and Paragon, these are the rewards that you'll kind of look to get. 40,000 mojo choice shards. This includes your calendar, as well as doing some of the lower difficulties as well. Tier 5 basic, you can get 5.5 available. I think it's something like 5 fully formed, or no, 4 fully formed, and then it's like 1.5 on top of that with fragments. It's like 78,000 or something fragments as an extra. 4.5 million gold, handy for that gold to be bumped up, and especially when it comes to the other difficulties, the most difficult threat level, it's important to have a gold increase with the exceptional cost. Now it just kind of goes up. 11 tier 2 alphas, that's pretty impressive, and that's great to see. I think there's been some gains and some buffs in Cavalier difficulty. We'll have a quick look at that in a minute. And 11,400 tier 6 basic fragments, 9,000 tier 3 alpha fragments is a standard. Double the amount if you got the Cavalier objective, which is indeed the same amount. I don't know if there's going to be anything. Oh, no, sorry, not double the amount, sorry. 17,100 and 13,500 respectively added to that. I will update this spreadsheet to kind of make sure that's kind of made clear. So as I said, like that, there has been some buff to the reward side of things. They mainly come from relics. As I did say, you're going to start seeing this year a devaluation or depreciation of relics. The cost of relic shards, or kind of the amount of relic shards given out to you, the cost of them, the acquisition, how they're treated as a chase reward, is too expensive. It was too expensive when they were added in, and it's and I'm not saying from a money perspective. I mean like the acquisition side of things. Like it's expensive to try and get it. So what has been changed with it? You can largely see with Thronebreaker the amount of shard volume that you get here, 4-star shard wise, whatever it is, 3 stars for other players. It's different. In previous months, this is from December, for example, there was 4,000 relic shards, 4,000 3-star relic shards on offer. Let's bring into shot there, so just so I can talk what I'm talking about. There was 1,200 there. Now, flash forward to this month, which is giving you, where's the breakdown? There it is. I'm going to put it into shot right here. There is still the 4,000 3-star relic shards as standard, but there's 3,000 4-star relic shards on offer, and there's 1,000 5-star relic shards on offer. So that's great. Also, what I wanted to do is check back when we had Elder difficulty, whether or not the rewards are kind of like close to it. They sort of are, but sort of not. There's still the 1k 5-star relic shards that were there. The 3,000 versus the 4,000 you get at the moment. That's buffed up. The I need to check now. Tier 3 basic alloy, which is 1,400, 325 on the tier 2, and 5 of the tier 2 class alloy. We need to kind of jump back and have a look at that. But definitely on the gold side of things, and the 6-star shards remains largely the same. So I definitely need to check that now. It does actually look like it's more in certain areas and less in others. So it's more on the shard side of things you look to get, but a little bit less in other areas with the rank up resources, because let's face it, Kabam will be wanting you to kind of like use your other resources for things like battlegrounds and stuff like that. Yeah, as I said, if Kabam do allow us to have and take part in all the difficulties, there's some good stuff on offer. More so in certain areas, say 6-star shard acquisition. It would be nice to see more things like the rank 4 6-star materials be upped, but I guess that's something that will happen at some stage, because as I said, this is going to be a time of devaluation, depreciation of things. That's where you're getting a lot more 3-star relic shards, because Kabam are thrusting them at you more. And also you'll see that in different areas as well, especially, you know, if Kabam, I don't know, to add a new progression level in or a new difficulty in some stage. So yeah, we'll have to see how and what the future holds with it. And check out the link in the description if you want to see this spreadsheet. It will be adapted, improvements will be done to it. I need to add in the objectives and how best to do them, some side quest info, as well as anything else that comes on, including the Lunar New Year event, which I'll add as a separate tab at a later date. But that's been a video. That's been a side quest event totals video. And check out some other stuff located on screen right now. I'll see you all soon. Cheers. Much love. Bye-bye.